All right, welcome back, everyone, to another episode of Going for Broke. I'm your host, Benjamin Smith, and as always, I'm joined with Jacob Smith.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. He's coming out every single week. Thank you guys for joining us. All 6 of you guys that listen to this podcast. We really
Let's go.
appreciate you.
The strongest 6 there ever was.
Yeah,
Some
dude.
people say 6 is too much.
Yeah, we've actually been approached by major news networks, but we know that we don't want to sell out to you guys because we really appreciate the 6 of you. So
Yes,
Fox
we're not
News,
sellouts.
it's not gonna happen. Anyway, these are coming out every single week wherever you guys get your podcasts, except for Apple, because I'm super lazy and I don't have an iPhone, so I need to upload a couple onto Apple.
Go.
But yeah, and we're gonna start the pod.
Let's go. We
Dang.
actually just declined an offer from the Daily Wire. We were gonna go over there to Ben Shapiro or whatever.
Yeah.
We were gonna go over there, but can't do it. I wanted to go over to that network because his sister has big ass titties, and I wanted to get in there. But
Abby Shapiro has
shouts out to Abby Shapiro. This is the #1 Abby Shapiro fan podcast
right here, coming at you guys live. That's actually what we're going to be talking about for the next hour. We're actually going to just be talking about Abby Shapiro and her milkers.
Her massive jubes as I like to call them.
Yeah, man, that is really a chosen people when you look at her.
Yeah, dude, I would fucking fight for them, dude.
Dude, I would.
If I had to.
If Abby Shapiro was
like, dude, you got to fight the good fight.
Yeah.
Oh god.
I understand why Crusades happened when you took a look at that. You're like, oh my goodness, that's what we're fighting for? I had no idea. You
dude,
mad?
I gotta address my facial hair right now, dude. I finally am able to connect. Right here, I was never able to connect. You see this right here?
Yeah.
See how it's connected? The mustache severe.
Yeah.
Look at this side though over here. Look at this side, dude. We're not even close. We're not even close. I got a 1 connect over here.
Yeah. You're talking to your brother.
Ain't nobody fucking got the 1 connect like me.
Dude, I'm 3 years older than you. Look how much hair I've got on my face.
Let's go. You got a prepubescent boys.
I know, dude. I'm a late bloomer. That's why my balls didn't drop till I was 17. I didn't stop wetting the bed till I was 20. You know what it's like being the kid I was like 16 and I didn't have armpit hair yet, and then I've got a little brother in middle school who's shaving. That was,
dude, let's go.
I was so pissed at you. I don't even have a reason why. You do. You probably do.
He said you do, like he knows.
Yeah, well, we've checked before.
I'm average.
That's right, guys. 4'5" is average.
Dude, our parents used to let us pee in the toilet at the same time when we were growing up.
Yeah, that's true.
I would never let my kids do that, dude. But that's outrageous. Why would you let your kids have their wieners out at the same time in the toilet? That's crazy.
We never touch tips, so it's not gay in case anyone was wondering.
There's no touching.
There's no.
But we would cross streams. And I would never allow my sons to cross streams.
Yeah.
That's crazy. There was some lackadaisical parenting going on.
I don't know. I like to think that's part of the reason that we're so close, because we were given the opportunity to cross streams. I think there's a lot of brothers in this world that they've never peed into the wind together and they've never crossed streams together.
True. Something about crossing streams. It's like when Harry Potter and Voldemort shoot a laser bolt at each other. And kind of go, you know what I mean?
I never got the point of it.
I'm glad you're following.
I'm like, what spell is that? You guys didn't even say it. You were just like, and then
no one even brought a gun either. I always thought about that in Harry Potter. Because it was in real life too. Like it was half real life and then half Magic Land. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. No one snuck an AR-15 in there?
Yeah, go back over there, dude, and get some like fucking handmade American steel, dude, and fucking put some hot lead in Voldemort. Yeah. You didn't even try, dude. No one has a glizzy.
This
is crazy.
Not a single person. Nope.
Up the switch on fucking Voldemort.
Yeah,
bro.
dude.
Like, what are we doing?
It's an old castle. There's got to be a flintlock lying around. Just one muzzle ball right to his chest.
Yeah, let's get these fucking spells out of here.
That wouldn't even be 7 books. It would be 1 book if everyone had a gun in Harry Potter.
Yeah, bro.
Voldemort would have actually killed Harry Potter in the beginning.
True. So imagine if they started the movie with him just shooting the baby. Yeah. You're like, oh my god, bro.
Trust me, it gets better.
He empties the clip into a baby.
Yeah.
If there was no spells in Harry Potter.
Yeah, you hear it click a couple times because he's still pulling the trigger even when it's empty.
That'd be great.
Oh, my bad. Yeah, that or like,
He pulls a full fucking Donnie Wahlberg in Sixth Sense and just fucking unloads on the baby.
dude, I feel like if Voldemort, oh, I just brought up something that's gonna show up on the pod. My book hockey stream. Okay, we're good. I feel like if
Let's go.
Voldemort
I didn't see it.
also didn't if he just like, I don't know, picked the baby up and like tossed it out the window, I think Harry Potter would have been a much shorter book.
True. What if he touchdown spiked the baby, dude?
Yeah.
Get the spells out of here, bro. Like, break out your hands. What are we doing here, dude? Get dirty, bro.
Yeah.
He just fucking throws Harry Potter through a bay window in the fucking living room of the house or wherever he was at.
Yeah.
Way shorter movie, dude.
Chucks it like throws it like a hamster, dude.
Harry Potter into the ceiling fan, bro.
Yeah.
He takes him out the crib and just throws him up.
That'd be so wild. The first
it was so easy to kill him, dude. It was so easy. That's the biggest plot flaw. That's the biggest plot flaw in any movie. He messed up killing a baby, bro. That's the easiest thing you could ever do. How do you mess up doing that,
I don't know, dude.
That's crazy. He could have drove 5 minutes down the street. How did he get there? That's what I want to know. Is Voldemort driving, bro?
Yeah.
You're telling me he walked there? Voldemort's pulling up in like a fucking hatchback, like BMW, and he fucking goes to kill a whole family and a baby.
An old Volvo that he needs to put carb cleaner in.
He's got a fucking Beetle. He's got a VW Beetle. He's pulling up to the house, murder a whole family.
Him and all of his minions come out like a clown car.
Yeah, that's crazy, dude. How do you mess up killing a baby? That's the easiest thing. You gotta put him in the microwave or something. You gotta put him in the dishwasher. I mean, there's so many different options, bro.
Yeah, like
he fucking
people be like,
ass spell. He could have tipped the crib over and he probably would have died. Like
anything. You could fill the bathtub up.
Yeah. You could have given him a quick little shake, dude.
That's
and there would have been no movies ever. I never thought about that until now.
Yeah, just the
fucking dumbass, dude. What a fucking dummy, bro.
The opening scene is just him turning the fan on high.
Yeah.
And then he grabs the baby and just looks up and just yeah. Oh, there you go. Then the end credits start playing.
The movie's over, dude.
And people are like, that's too dark. I'm like, his name is literally like the Lord of Darkness in it.
Like, yeah, how you gonna fucking hit a baby with a spell and not even kill him? And I'm supposed to be scared of this dude in the later movies.
Dude,
that's crazy.
His name in Portuguese literally is the Valley of Death. That's Voldemort. That's because she went to school in Portugal. So yeah, you're telling me you're the Valley of Death.
Did you really?
And you never thought to pump the baby over the house?
Yeah, what are we doing here, dude?
Yeah,
she sacked the baby, bro. It's so easy.
She ripped everything off of like Portuguese culture because it was like.
Oh, did she really?
She was teaching. I think she got divorced and she was teaching English there. I remember when I pulled up in Portugal, I was in a college town for my first area. And I was like, why is everyone dressed like Harry Potter? And they're like, they're like Harry them because like the Portuguese college uniform is like Harry Potter uniform. And then we went to like Cafe Majestique over in Porto when I brought like mom there.
Yeah.
And that's where she came up with the idea for Harry Potter. She wrote on a napkin. And then you look up and there's literally a gargoyle, a griffin, a snake. There's a gargoyle of a raven and like a badger. And I was like, oh, she looked up and she was like, and 4 houses. Like Slytherin, Griffin. There, bam. So yeah, she really likes Portuguese stuff.
She was like, there's a school where there's no black attendees.
No, there's one token black kid.
It's all whites.
Yeah.
Like, bro, the diversity rating in this school
is horrible.
It's terrible, bro. It's all British whites. This is crazy.
How did the Weasleys afford to go to the most prestigious wizarding academy in the country where they couldn't even put food on the table?
Yeah, there's a lot of plot holes in that movie.
Yeah, I think they were like.
The first movie was wild because he was like on the back of that one dude's head.
Oh yeah, yeah.
What the hell was that, yo? Remember that? He took the ribbon off?
Yeah.
He's just showing on the back.
He's like, you like this, huh? A new piece I got? And then Voldemort's like, could you stop thinking about all the underage Slytherin girls? It's really gross in here.
He's like, there's a snake in the basement, dude.
yeah. You like that saying? It's cool shit, right? I put that in there.
Yeah, I threw that shit down there, dude. For some reason, Hagrid's dogs were guarding it.
Oh yeah. The three-headed dog.
It was too deep. I don't understand it all, to be
Yeah. And he's like, you want to play chess? You're gonna play some chess. You want to open up that door?
yeah.
And then
it seems convoluted, bro.
And then Hermione, the genius, isn't good at chess. Ron, the kid that's borderline getting held back every single year, is like, I'm actually a chess genius. And then almost dies during it.
Dude. Did you hear that the new Snape has like a mean 3-pointer? Did you hear about?
What?
You heard about the new Snape? They're like making a new Snape, and he can like drive to the lane and hit like a mean Euro step.
yeah.
He's like,
yeah, and he has trouble.
We talked about that.
He has trouble changing his smoke alarms in the classroom.
Yeah. New Snape. He gets a triple double every night on the Hogwarts basketball team. Dude. That's crazy.
Yeah. He does the end of the school year cookout for all the kids.
Yeah. New Snape goes hard.
Yeah, he does, dude. I want one N-bomb. That's all.
yeah. That'd be great. New Snape brings a gun, yo. If someone's ever gonna bring a gun, it's gonna be new Snape. New Snape is trapped, bro.
The gold-plated AK that he keeps under his cloak.
Yes, exactly.
Or he keeps a 9 in his boot, like Biggie.
Yeah, dude. Did you hear about the Snapes that escaped prison in New Orleans?
In Louisiana.
We came up with one organically.
That still sounds so bad, though.
Snapes isn't bad. No one knows.
We can get away with it. We can get away with it.
The algorithm can't tell. We call them Snapes.
We can get away with it. Oh, no.
I like Snapes. I think I was the best Snapes. One. It's way better than the Buicks. I was gonna call them the Buicks, or the Wood Tips. I was gonna call them the Wood Tips.
Oh man,
you can't call them the Wood Tips.
No, you can't. You can't. Yeah, you can't call them the Swisher Sweets.
Yeah, you can't. It's too on the nose.
Yeah. The Snapes are good. No one would know.
No one's gonna know. That's deep.
Oh man,
for anyone listening, Snapes that escaped.
We're trying to think of one for all of them. Us included,
yes.
You know, because
everybody gets a code name so the algorithm can't catch us.
Yeah, exactly. So don't worry, there's more coming. Everyone's gonna get a bullet.
We got the main.
Yeah,
we got the main groups covered.
Yeah, we do.
The Snapes. Did you hear about the Snapes that escaped prison in New Orleans? 10 of them.
Yeah, I don't know how they. I just remember seeing the footage of them inside and opened a door, and then it just cuts to like 10 of them running out. I have no. Did someone forget to lock a door? And
no, so apparently, like there's like 2-3 COs who got arrested on the Snape escape because they helped the Snapes escape.
Really?
They apparently they shut the water off.
The
Snape escape is just fun to say.
Great
I'm
Snape
sorry.
Escape of 2020. The Snape.
God damn it.
That's so good. That's so good. Oh man.
But yeah, I guess.
Oh man,
I guess there was like guards who like shut off the water and shit and like helped them escape,
really?
And then they like broke the sink off the wall, and there was like a hole that like outside behind the sink.
Oh.
Yeah. And they got 5 out of 10 of them.
No way. So there's still 5 at large.
There's still 5 at large, which brings me to wait. Tell me if this ends the podcast. Can you still see me or no?
Yeah, I can still see you. Also, if there's any Snapes that are listening of those, you have refuge in our house. Please come to our house. I will 100% hide you away from the cops.
Yeah, if you can get up to Pennsylvania, it's kind of like when you see illegal immigrant in Pennsylvania.
Yeah,
Like it's like,
yeah,
dude, like, you got here, bro. Like,
yeah,
you
yeah,
know what I mean? We can't
yeah.
get rid of you, bro.
I literally
You
was
got all the
thinking
way
that.
up here.
I was thinking about the guy doing our
Yeah.
lawn outside. I was like, bro, you're in Idaho. What am I gonna do? You've got a
Yeah,
job.
what are we gonna do? We can't send
Yeah,
you back, bro.
yeah.
There's snow out here, dude.
You're doing it
We
okay.
need you. But yeah, there's a website called Polymarket, which I guess you can bet on like everything. And I guess this is what people were betting on the election.
Yeah.
And they have all these New Orleans things that you can bet on.
I'm like,
And then one that I'm looking at right now is will another New Orleans inmate be captured by Monday?
no way. What's the parlay on it?
It's saying that it's favored yes, 90 cents yes. No is 37 cents. Oh, so I guess the favorite is no, that they're not going to catch another one by Monday.
Oh, that's pretty good though.
Yeah, I mean they're killing it.
Yeah, dude.
Here's another one.
Those are tight.
Oh
odds.
yeah, all the New Orleans escapees captured by Friday, and that failed today.
Oh yeah.
There's 1% chance left.
I feel like,
but I mean, there's 5 at large. They ain't catching them today.
I'm about to say, like, it's pretty. I feel like whenever I hear stories of people like getting caught by the cops, I'm disappointed because it's always like, and they were found like in their house, right? Like I would be gone, dude. I'd be Les Stroud. I'd be outdoor boys for a couple of years,
right? Dude.
At least I'm going where nobody knows my name. I'm gonna just walk into 100%. Canada. What are they gonna do? They can't even extradite you. Don't quote me on that.
It's like sexy ass Luigi Mangione who got caught in Pennsylvania, like 3 days later. It's like, dude,
what are you doing?
You're
dude?
1 state over. You're fucking 2 states over 3 days later, bro.
Literally.
Like you got to be doing better than that, bro. You got to be at least 4 or 5 states over 3 days later. What are we doing?
Dude, we're a different country, man. Like I'm always like, if you like for Luigi, you do the deed. I would literally just be. I would go catch a cab right to the airport, right there. I'd be like, all right, I'm gonna go to like Italy for like a month and lay low, you know?
Yeah, I don't understand.
Or Ireland, where they don't extradite back to the U.S. You can go to Ireland and they could know you're in Ireland, and you can go over there and be dancing to a fiddle with a Galway girl. That sounds like a pretty good life.
Like, let's go, dude.
I remember.
Yeah, this website I'm on, it says, all right, here's another one. All New Orleans escapees captured by June. And the favorite is yes.
That's a good one.
Yeah, so if you say no, you actually get 84 cents. But if you say yes, you only get 40 cents for every dollar that you put in.
I feel like that's a good no, right? I feel there's going to be one. There's definitely got to be one.
You think they're going to hold out for a whole nother month?
I think, yeah. I think there's going to be one that's holding out.
I'm about to empty my bank account.
And put it all on that.
I'm about to put all my money on the Snapes in New Orleans. Let's go. You guys got this.
Some good odds.
You guys got this. But yeah, this website's sick, dude. There's a bunch of shit you can bet on here. Will Israel strike on Iran in the next month?
What are the odds?
You can bet on that. Oh, there's a 5% chance.
Yeah, that's fine. I get that. They've got their neighbors directly next to them that they're kind of trying to completely eliminate off the map right now.
Yeah, will the Lincolns have action against Iran before July? That's a 29%, so you got better odds on July.
That's pretty good. I like that. A little jihad summer.
Yeah, there's this Russia-Ukraine ceasefire before July. Only a 9% chance.
There's no way. Summer is literally the time for war. If there's anything going to happen, it's going to be in winter. That's when stuff gets more complicated.
Yeah, you could bet on anything on here. Elon Musk's number of tweets from May 16th to May 23.
Yeah.
Yeah, this website rules, dude.
Dude, should we...
I'm happy with it.
Do you think we should go over to Ukraine and do some live reporting?
Dude, I'm down. If you're paying, bro, I'll go over there, dude. I'll talk to them.
We should go to a trench in the Ukraine and talk to the soldiers. Like, yo, what's up?
I'm down, dude.
What's up, Vlad? How we doing over here?
I'll do live podcast from the Ukrainian trenches. Like, let's go.
That would be, yeah.
You think I'm not in, dude? I'm in.
Totally
I'm down for this shit. I'm down for this shit.
Yeah.
I think Putin's right in this conflict, but you guys got to do what you got to do.
Yeah. I'm trying to fly one of the drones. I'm like, all right, so that's a North Korean. So just drive it right into him. okay. I was like, wow, it's that easy.
Yeah. It is funny to think about, like, after they 9/11'd us, like, how they're like, all right, let's see what they got. And
Yeah.
they're like, oh, they got flying robots? Man,
Yeah.
we didn't even know they had flying robots. This is crazy.
Shit. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Whoa, that's way worse. Yeah.
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 This is worse than I expected.
Oopsies. That's my bad. But that's why.
Yeah, you know what I was thinking about
What?
this week? I was thinking about how, like, the Mormons, they say that, like, you shouldn't masturbate. And then they also say you shouldn't have premarital sex.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Bro, imagine the loads that these dudes are unleashing.
Spider web.
Man, these guys are shooting up the club, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, they finally get married, bro. Oh my god, bro. It's gotta be fucking record-breaking nuts, bro. That's gonna be crazy, bro.
Your balls shrink 4 sizes on your wedding night. That's why.
That's what I mean, dude. I was thinking about that today. I never thought about that.
It looks like Spider-Man every time he puts his wrist out. Just boom.
Dude, the Mormons are shooting ropes, bro.
Yeah, dude. Except
you guys can say what you want.
Everyone jerks off, though. That's the thing. And if they don't, they're lying.
You're a liar, bitch.
You're a liar.
You're a liar. I ain't believe it.
They all do it. Every single one of them. You can't believe it. You can't hold out for that long. That or you're gay.
Yeah, I was thinking about how they must just come immediately, like an entire gallon of semen. That must be the craziest wedding night.
A Mormon wedding night is probably the worst night on the planet for that poor girl who's also who's never experienced it either, too. So she's just like, all right, well, they're all talking about, and then you shoot 5-gallon drums out of your chest.
Yeah, you just come immediately, one pump, and just come just absolutely drain your entire body, bro. Yeah, you probably gotta take off of work the next couple of days after that.
Yeah, dude, you lose 20 pounds off of it. All that water. What Theo Vaughn said, he's like, you go down a shoe size.
Yeah, I heard that.
Yeah,
I seen that.
Yeah, dude. Real, and it's like 2 pumps, and you're like, oh, that was amazing. That was amazing, and that's how you fall in love with her. And she's like, that's it.
Yes, I was thinking about that this week.
Yeah, no, you're right on the nose with it. If you're face down when it happens, it'll have enough force, it'll shoot you up to the ceiling and attach you, kind of like an alien when she finds all the other.
Like when someone like lands on a fire hydrant that's like broken off on top.
It's 100% that. Yeah, and then you just stuck to the wall because it hardens. She's got to scrape you off.
Yeah, my mind was blown. I thought about that. I was like, oh my god, they gotta be fucking doing dastardly deeds in there.
Yeah. I think it's I don't know. I'm in the same room. She's staring on Secret Lives. And
Secret Lives of what?
Oh, am I cutting out? Mikhail's been watching Secret Lives and every one of them.
Secret Lives of Mormon Wives?
Yeah. Has Mary been watching that?
No, I never heard of it.
All the girls are all like they're either getting pregnant in college, right? Or they just like they never even cared in the first place. I don't really know where I'm
No.
Not a lot of people, like, you'd be surprised how little people like actually follow that rule.
The premarital sex?
Yeah. They're all dry humping the day away. That's called derfing for BYU culture, in case you didn't know that. When you go on
It's called derfing. What is that when you dry?
Okay. So there's something called a NICMO. Have you ever heard of a NICMO?
But I heard they're ruining.
Oh, you're broken up. You're breaking up.
I said I heard they're ruining my property value.
Yeah.
No, I'm joking. What did you call them? That's crazier than Snape's, yo. What'd you say it was?
NICMOs. It means non-committal makeout. So
what does that mean? Like before marriage?
Yeah. Mormons, you can hit each other up, and you can ask for a NICMO. So that's a non-committal makeout that you two can end up having. No commitment, right? And what you do during the non-committal makeout, you can also do derfing, or as I like to call it, Weldon zippers. But yeah, that's basically over the pants dry humping, and that's kosher as well. That's all good for them.
That is not above board, dude. Mormon Jesus is not happy about that.
we like to think Mormon Jesus turns a blind eye to that kind of behavior. I know that.
Okay.
We listen. I know media likes to joke. Soaking is definitely bad.
Soaking is bad, but you're telling me you can rub zippers and everything's above board.
You can dry hump in the back of your '96 Honda Accord for hours, and Mormon Jesus is with that, so no problem, dude.
That does not seem right.
Yeah,
dude. I don't know if I believe this.
That's all right. You can take my word for it. Don't look it up though.
I won't look it up. Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, I'm taking the second pee on podcast right now.
You second?
I'm currently peeing in a gallon. Mary's standing maybe 3-4 feet away from me, but she has headphones on. She's watching TV, so she has no clue what's going on. Her back is to me, and I'm peeing right behind her. She has no clue. This is crazy. This is crazy.
Yeah. Straight up dicks out on the podcast right now.
Dude, dicks out on the podcast. We're about to see how dehydrated Iggy Smith is.
So white trash. Oh man,
dude, I didn't want to get up. I had no one to take my spot, bro. This is dedication.
You edit it. I always cut out that part where you go to the bathroom. Are you still going?
Sometimes I'm still going. I'm at the little part right now where you're like, where you like squeeze it off. You know what I mean? Where there's little trickles.
Yeah. Can you do a shake, or can you do like a little hop?
I'm shaking. I'm shaking right now. I'm giving it to shake. Dude, completely clean. Mary had no clue.
No idea, dude. The piss ninja.
She has no clue.
In and out like SEAL Team 6 with Bin Laden, dude.
Dude, in and out. Like that fictitious time when we killed Bin Laden.
That's true. It never actually happened.
Wait, I gotta show you how far Mary is away from me.
He's pulling up his pants.
Wait. She's...
Wait for it.
Oh, no!
She had no idea. She had no idea.
She has no clue.
Oh, man. She wasn't blinking.
She has no clue. Oh, and I just spilled my drink.
No, as long
at
as
least I didn't spill the pee, dude.
No, okay, I was about to say, did you spill a jug?
No, the pee would be way worse.
Oh, yeah.
Alright. Let's see, dude. Welcome back
I literally
to the
was about to
podcast.
call you out, be like, why is it something you're taking a poop right now? I didn't realize you're sticking the tip of your hammer into a gallon jug.
I spilled my drink, babe. I spilled it. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I got fucking stuff on the ground. I'm so sorry.
You got all over my fucking
I did. I'm sorry. It fell off
No.
here. It fell off here. Please forgive me.
Don't look at the gallon.
I'm so sorry, dude. I'm so sorry, dude. Let's see what we got going on. Let's see what we got going on.
So much piss. That's not one pee. That's not one pee.
That was one pee.
No way.
That was one pee.
No way. You've been pissing in that.
I swear to God, that was the first time I ever pissed in that jug.
We're so white trash.
Let's see what the damn. She turned back around. Dude,
yeah, there it is.
Let's go. 1 pee? That's gotta be a quarter gallon.
That's no, there's no way that's 1 pee.
What if I took a little sip of that on the pod right now?
You do it.
Dude, I swear that was 1 pee.
Do it, dude.
I swear it was 1 pee. No, I can't do it. I can't do it.
No.
What's it taste like, you think? Now I'm kind of... It's so warm, bro. It's so warm, dude. We still have a half an hour left to podcasting for me to drink my piss. If I drink my piss at the 30-minute mark, bro, I might never recover, bro.
Only halfway through and you're already talking about drinking your piss.
Yeah.
Oh, we get it, man.
Can't be doing that.
We get 100,000
I'm kind of curious, though, dude. Bear Grylls does it.
Yeah,
Bear Grylls does it, right?
Be pretty good, dude. Just give it a sip, dude. What's the worst that could happen?
I can't give it a sip.
A little sip, man.
I can't give it a shit.
You don't even have to swish it around.
I can't do it.
Oh,
that's outrageous. How are you not listening to this podcast? How are you not listening, dude? I just took a fucking live pee, dude. This is an outrage. There should be more views.
That's 5 views at least.
Dude, if we don't hit 100 views, oh my God.
Dude, we're definitely going to drink our piss if we don't hit 100 views.
I will drink my piss if we hit 100 or more.
Yeah. I love how this podcast is just a giant snuff film for you. You pissing on the podcast and then you talking about brutally molested by Josh.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Getting molested by
there was nothing I could do. I was trying to fight away, dude. I was trying to defend, dude.
I'm definitely clipping that and putting it on YouTube. That whole bit.
She has no clue I peed still. She's right here, right next to me.
It's chilling.
That's absolutely zero clue. Yeah. I was half tempted to take a sip, dude.
Yeah,
I kind of want to know what it tastes like. I feel like I have a clue, dude.
Yeah. I
feel like I have a clue.
I wouldn't tell anyone if you did it. Yeah. You've definitely like
splash zone before.
Imagine you're at a urinal. It's like kind of a high urinal. So you chances are you're definitely gonna droplet around.
It doesn't look that dehydrated either. It's pretty. I don't know. It's kind of yellow.
I've seen better.
It's pretty yellow.
Yeah,
it's pretty yellow. Now that I'm thinking about it. Yeah, maybe if I like cut it, maybe I make like a mojito or margarita or something.
Yeah,
put
yeah.
A little piss on top or something.
That's the right attitude. Yeah, for sure. I feel left out. I feel like I gotta piss in now.
Yeah. You always posting the piss videos on Instagram, so
yeah, that's true.
now I'm giving you a live action.
Yeah, yeah. I gotta start pissing. I can piss in my mouth if I wanted to. I think.
Remember when they made the Little Mermaid black?
Yeah, that was. Wait, Snape?
I don't know. That seems like the wrong princess to pick, dude. I don't know.
We could have gone with
crazy.
Anything else. We could have
gone with any other princess.
Anyone else. That sometimes comedy just writes itself. I'll tell you what.
Yeah.
All right, Disney.
Snuck that in there.
Nice try, dude.
And then China was like, nah. You don't play that shit.
You have to make The Little Mermaid Asian if we are going to watch the new one.
Shouts out. Genghis Khan was gay?
Yeah. What? Really?
Attila the Hun? Yeah, he had like his boy, like one of his best friends. They like lived together in the same tent.
Those bulls, man.
And they never said if they were gay explicitly, but
I mean,
back in the day, dude.
I'm about to say, dude.
They were just hitting holes, bro.
Yeah, man. Anything goes on the great steppe of Asia Minor, dude. Going over, you're conquering the Middle East,
bro.
Yeah, man. You can't.
Like, you see a hole, you gotta hit it, dude. It's whack-a-mole, baby. Yeah, you know what I mean? We're conquering the Middle East over here.
It's all natural, man. As far as there's nothing more erotic than like taking over nation, boy. How can you repay your best boy, right? Better than feeling the black of his butthole, you know?
I agree 100%.
Test
I guess like not. I guess like the boy or his boy like betrayed him eventually and like got like a group of guys to like rise up against Attila the Hun.
Knew it, dude.
Yeah, and then like he like asked his boys like who he was like asking them like who's guilty pretty much, like who snitched, who was joining that guy. And then like no one would admit to it, but then this one guy was like, I was joining that guy.
No,
so Attila the Hun like killed everybody else. But then he kept the dude who admitted it because he was like standing on business.
Yeah. That's gotta hurt.
Or something like that.
That's gotta hurt more than a regular breakup. Your right hand your wiener compadre, you've gone to battle and then he breaks your heart, dude, and tries to turn your homies against you. That's some real shit. And I don't like that one bit.
Yeah. I agree. Imagine how the rest of the Chinese felt when they built that big ass wall and then like he just went right over it.
Yeah, he's like, oh, we could go around the wall instead. And they're like, shit, we didn't think about it.
Yeah, he went right over the wall until the Hun. Like it didn't stop him for 1 second.
Yeah.
They must have been like, fuck.
Yeah.
God damn it, dude.
Damn it, no. We spent so much time working on this. Yeah, it's got to be at some point when they were building it. There definitely was like someone like, what if they just go around it? And they were like, "Shut up, John. We're tired of your
shut the fuck up.
We're tired of your dumbass ideas. No one's gonna go around it.
Why don't we go around it? It's a fucking big ass wall, dude. How are we gonna climb that thing? We haven't figured out ladders yet. You fucking dummy.
You fucking idiot. You gotta think for once, dumbass. Man, that you were the only reason you're here is because your dad's the boss.
Yeah, exactly. Also, that brings me back to when they sent Katy Perry to space. Imagine like starving kids in India who have like no food to eat, they have no house, and then they like look on the news and it's just like they sent Katy Perry to space. It's like we're sending this bitch to space before I got food. This is crazy, bro.
Yeah. That's fair.
That's capitalism, dude. That's absolutely wild.
We're in late stage capitalism, man, and there's nothing better than the rich getting richer and the poor looking up into space, realizing that they'll never be able to be gods and touch the skies like they can.
Dude, AI is gonna change it all, dude. I'm telling you.
Because we're starting an AI OnlyFans account.
I thought about that before.
I have to. I'm actually. I mean, I'll split the profit.
If you download like a decent software, like a Midjourney or something like that,
I've got Midjourney. I pay for the subscription.
You could make like a pretty damn,
pretty convincing,
like,
dude.
invincible lady who could at least get some Indian dudes.
Yeah. Hello, show me your bobs. Wow, you're very pretty. Can I see vagina?
You could get a couple of them to subscribe to OnlyFans. I was thinking about that.
100%. But do we need to come up with a name for Indian dudes? Like horny Indian guys?
Oh, dude. God damn it. We do.
I don't know, dude.
Yeah, Slumdogs is too on the nose.
That's a little. Yeah, we can't. Why did you love Slumdog Millionaire growing up, dude?
That was a great movie, bro.
Like your favorite movie. That movie. That's such a good movie, but
that was one of the best movies ever, dude. Slumdog Millionaire is a fucking banger, bro.
Yeah, I know, I get that, but I just remember being like, I'm pretty sure that's Jake's favorite movie was Slumdog.
Dude, I love Slumdog Millionaire.
I don't know if I ever saw you watch it.
Dude, I seen that movie a bunch. He gets the pussy in the end, dude. It's
I love that.
Classic love.
A dance number.
Classic love story, dude. They pour the little hot metal in the kids' eyeballs, dude.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, that's another product of late stage capitalism. On top of it, like you're not. We need more money from the white beggars. So you're losing an eyeball, buddy.
Did you ever hear about the dude who won the? What was the show with the whammies?
Oh, I know what you're talking about. Press Your Luck.
Yeah, ever hear about the dude who figured out the algorithm?
Yeah. I heard that he he watched enough of it. His room had like 12 TVs in it, and he would watch for patterns in it.
Yeah, and then he figured out the algorithm, and he went on the show and absolutely motherfucked everybody.
And he pulled out like $30K or something like that. Like he got max amount of money, trips, and then I heard he spent it all in like a month.
Let's go, dude, as he should.
Good for him. Yeah.
You ever hear about the dude who on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire who called his dad?
Yeah, I've seen that video.
They gave him the lifeline, and he was like, "Hey, Dad, I just want to let you know that I won Who Wants to Be a Millionaire." And he was fucking,
dude,
Walt Frazier, motherfucker. And then they're like,
yeah,
fucking,
I do.
He's like, fucking Wayne Gretzky, bitch, and then fucking won that shit.
I think about every time I see stuff like that in the back of my head, I'm like, yeah, but what if he got it wrong? You know, like
that would have been me, dude.
Yeah, he's so confident going in it. Hey, Dad, I'm just calling to say that I won $1 million. And then he goes, yeah. Then he looks over and he's like, Wilt Chamberlain. And then they're like, that is incorrect.
And you're like,
and then his dad's still on the phone. He's like, son, did you win? Hey, son,
what happened?
Yeah, what happened? We still there? And then Regis,
dude,
because he hosted,
all
like,
my friends are retarded.
How you lost?
yeah. I wouldn't have had anybody to call, dude.
Yeah, I would have. Yeah, no, I would.
I don't know. Yeah,
I would have hung myself. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah.
I'd be like, Dad, are you there? I know we haven't talked in years, but you're the king of retarded facts, bro. I swear you got
this. The problem is you'd have to call Dad if you were that far.
I'd have to call him. I'd be like, I know we haven't talked in years, but
hey,
what was the runtime of Saving Private Ryan?
Yeah,
and he's like, an hour and 42 minutes. I'm like, an hour and 42 minutes.
Yeah. And then Regis is like, oh my goodness, he's got the prices right, but he still doesn't talk to his dad.
Yeah.
I'm just asking, I'm curious.
I liked Deal or No Deal. That was my shit.
Yeah, with Howie
That was
Mandel,
kind of our time.
where he just talks about how selfish people are.
Yeah, that was like our time.
Yeah, I like how Howie Mandel's like.
They're kind of dead now.
You're what?
I said game shows are kind of dead now.
Yeah,
it's not really.
It's not a thing, dude. I like. What did we watch? It's like
Mr. Beast games. You see the Beast games?
No, but also that's like, man, that's such the dumbest concept that people are like, I'm gonna win this for you. I'm like, you met them 6 hours ago. Screw them over, dude.
Yeah, I don't give a fuck, dude. I don't give a fuck. Everybody's getting screwed
the
over.
Second he was like, if you walk
like,
off
my kid has lupus. I'm like, fuck your kid, bro. Give me the $1 million. Yeah. Slam that button, bitch. Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
I'll send you $20K on Venmo, bro. I'm getting $1 million here, bro. I think it was like 500 million or something like that, bro.
Yeah. Well, he's like, if you'll get what is it, like $5,000 if you jump off this platform, but the rest of your team's eliminated. He wouldn't even be able to.
I'm like, soul, bitch. See you later. Yeah.
I would swan
before they even asked the question.
I would tease the guy too. I was like, guys, don't worry, I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it. And then, shit, and I just hit the backflip, dude. I'm like, I don't know you. Everyone's got a sad story. That's how we got on here.
Yeah, see you later, dude. I'm out of here.
My dog has glaucoma. That's why I'm on the show. Just because your kid needs a kidney doesn't mean you deserve it more than I do.
I love how they do that on other shows, like America's Got Talent. They're like, this guy knows how to juggle, and his entire family was chewed up by a wood chipper.
Yeah.
And then he's like, yeah, there was a crazy wood chipper accident. And then they're like, all right, Terry Crews is like, let's see him juggle.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. This ventriloquist's entire family was beheaded by ISIS. And then yeah, and then they have to. It's always the worst. Like, is that a pre-screening where they're like, "All right, well, thanks for coming." And they're like, "Anyone that's got a sad story can stick around. We'll do your act."
Yeah, and then they're like, "This lady is ugly, but she sings well."
Yeah,
and then it's just Susan Boyle. Yeah, she has no backstory whatsoever. They're like, "She's ugly as shit,
so ugly.
But she actually sings pretty well." And people are like, "What?" They're like, "Oh my god, this ugly bitch sings well. This is crazy."
No way, you can be ugly and sing? That's not possible. Yeah.
What the fuck?
No way. Yeah.
No way.
Dude, wait, I love how it's like for Susan. They're all making fun of her. Like they're like, she's hideous. How could she ever be talented? And you look at her and you're like,
yeah,
I don't know.
She's so ugly.
If it was last call at a bar, I feel like I'd probably say like, "What's up, shawty?" Like she wasn't that ugly that like it needed to make headlines, you know. And then they boil through the coal.
They're like, this lady's ugly. Her entire family deserves to die.
Yeah,
and then she's like, Ave Maria.
Yeah.
You're like, oh shit.
Pierce Brosnan just crying like that was the most beautiful thing I've ever seen. Heidi Klum's on that show too, coked out of her mind, being like, "I really loved it."
She has no clue. The voice.
Yeah, exactly.
Dude, I like the voice when Christina Aguilera would always have those titties popping out. Yeah, like this is a family show, bro. Put them puppies away. Put those things away, dude.
Holding it here.
Just absolutely fucking winched up, dude.
Really? Yeah, exactly. And then she's trying to tell me about my talent. Dude, did I tell you that when I was a missionary, the other Elder Smith was on The Voice?
He was on The Voice, the show?
Yeah. So it was like, so there were 3 Elder Smiths. I was one. Then there was one on The Voice. And then right at the end, the short one was like 5'2". And so, I was. Oh, wait, did I cut out? I feel like my mic keeps
going out. You cut out a little bit.
Yeah, anyway, I was
the 5'2" one was on The Voice, but his entire backstory was there was he's 5'2".
There was a short one that was 5'2".
He's 5'2". His life has been pretty tough. And it's like a video of him like trying to reach for the cereal above the fridge, but he can't get it.
We gave him leg extension surgery. That's what he's gonna do with the winning. Yeah, no, there was a short one. There was one that could sing, and then they just called me Fat Elder Smith. And I was like, nice. But I came back probably the skinniest I've ever been back from Portugal. And they're still like, it's gone. We're going to miss him.
Big old fatty.
Yeah. Look at that whale. Yeah, sometimes they would call me Elder Whale.
Were they really?
Yeah, in Portugal, I think in most places, to be honest, like making fun of people's like physical appearance isn't a big deal. But if you call someone like a dumbass in Portugal, that's like launch code, big red button, nuclear bomb. But calling somebody fat, that's like every day. They'll call you.
That's like chilling.
Yeah, they'll call you a gordinho, which is like little fatty. And like, that's cool. That's kosher. You can call someone in church that, you know. So yeah, I was elder fat.
What? Yeah, that's crazy, yeah.
Yeah, anyways, that's why I started puking in a toilet to start losing weight on my mission.
Bulimic on your mission.
Yeah. If you embrace it, then they have no power over you. So I was the fat Elder Smith, but also I figured out how to make brownies, which Portuguese people had never heard of brownies before. They were like, what the fuck is this? And I was like, this is from the great white land of the United States. And I brought it to you guys. USA. The streets are paved with gold and we got brownies everywhere. This is no big deal. You want some? You better get me some good.
This is what we fought for, bitch.
Yeah. You want Elder Fat? You better like Elder Fat's brownies and give me some names. Fat? Who's your? You got any friends?
Elder Fat. Oh, who's a fatty now? Because I got brownies, bitch.
Yeah. Who your friends?
What's up? You remember Nagasaki? You remember that? We did that for this.
We did that.
For this, so you can have a fucking bite of this puppy.
We did that. You still had slaves when we put man on the moon. That is true. Portugal was really late to the game of getting rid of like colonies.
They had slaves?
Not slaves, but like Angola had a bunch of indentured servants back in the 70s. And they were like, there's another uprising. We should kill all of them. And it was like attack helicopters versus machetes. And then the UN's like, yeah, we could probably chill out with that. Maybe it's time you gave up Angola. And they're like, fine, whatever. It's not.
Where's Angola? Is that a country in Africa?
That's in Africa, yeah. They owned Angola, Mozambique, Cabo Verde, Brazil for a little bit, São Vicente.
Yeah, they were nasty, dude, the Portuguese.
Dude, they loved it. They owned a lot of Asia, too.
They were nasty whites.
Yeah, man. They like, you'll talk to like some old timers and they'll talk about war stories and they're like, man, I got a medal for chopping off hands. I was like, oh, cool, dude. And like, yeah, you want to see it? I was like, yeah, sure, whatever, dude. And it'll just be like a Snape's hand on a medal, like that's bleeding. And he's like, yeah, I got this one. I was like, ooh, dark history right there, bro. Talking about the good old days.
I ever tell you about the dude who I painted his house? And he was in Vietnam and he was like showing me the Vietnam scrapbook.
No, was it him just committing war crimes though?
Dude, so like I painted this guy's house. He was like an old white guy who like could barely move. And like,
is this the one that tried to
his wife? No, it was a different guy. This guy was not a homosexual.
There's so many old white guys.
There's something wrong with that.
Yeah, we're cool with everyone.
But yeah, so like his wife was like, all right, I'm going to run errands or whatever. Yeah. And he had like a walker and shit. He starts like walking over to the closet. And it like takes him forever because he can like barely move.
Want to see some shit?
And I'm like painting the bedroom that he's in. He's like down on his knees. He like can barely get down, dude. He's
gonna suck your dick.
He's like, he's in such trouble, dude. He pulls out the scrapbook, and dude, like the second his wife left, bro, he like started like every part of his body, like he started like hobbling over to like this scrapbook, and then he pulls the scrapbook out. And he was like, tell me about it. He was like, I was in Vietnam. Like, I got this scrapbook from when I was in Vietnam.
Yeah.
And then he pulls up like all these pictures of like him way back in the day. He had fucking, I'm telling, like, this sounds like I'm lying, but I swear to God, I'm telling the truth. I'm talking double bullet straps.
No way.
Across the chest. Like,
yeah.
Full, like, big bullets, like fucking M60 bullets. Like, across the chest. Yeah. And then the rest of the scrapbook, there was like a couple pictures of him, like full like guns, like the rest of the scrapbook was Asian hookers that he got from. He was telling me, dude, every page, like he knew their names and everything. Like he would turn the page, he'd be like, "This was when I was on," because I guess they get a couple days off a week or whatever.
Yeah.
He was like, "Dude, I was in like Laos." And there was this lady like Ling Pong, and this is a picture of me and Ling Pong, and there's a picture of him like just clearly like taking a picture with like some Asian slave hooker, bro. It was crazy, bro. It was a full scrapbook, bro. It was a full scrapbook of him. Next page, I was in South Korea, and this is like Gong Pao chicken, and like dude, the whole rundown. He knew every single Asian hooker in there.
Yeah.
And then we see the headlights come in, right? And I was painting the bedroom. The headlights come in. He like starts to scramble to like put the scrapbook away because like his wife was like just pulling back in the driveway. So he like starts to like scramble, but he can't really.
Yeah.
He's so slow, but yeah, like help me, help me,
come on. We're gonna get in so much trouble.
Yeah, somehow he involved me with it. Dude, I had no clue what was going on. Dude, I'm telling you, the second the wife comes in the house and hears him like digging in the closet,
knew immediately.
She's like, "Are you showing him the scrapbook?" And he was like, "No, I'm not showing him the scrapbook. No." And then she like comes burst in the room. She was like, "Did he show you the scrapbook?" And I was like, painting the room. I was like, "What scrapbook?" Like,
What are you talking about? Dude, I thought you get a big.
But I just think about that guy. Every time he has worked on in his house, he breaks out the scrapbook to like pussy brag to whoever's coming over the house. Yeah, the wife knew exactly what was going down. She knew it, bro. The second she came back, she was like, Are you looking at the scrapbook in there?" And he was like on his knees, like he could barely move, like trying to get up. He was like, "No."
Yeah. That's insane that he has a scrapbook of Vietnamese hookers, and he's never. And his wife lets him keep it in the house too.
Yeah, she lets him. I was thinking that too. I was like, she knows about the scrapbook.
You can toss this at any point. Yeah,
she lets him keep it. She's like, nah.
The ghetto days.
Dude, ladies were built better back in the day, dude.
Yeah,
they were built better. They were like, he likes the scrapbook, all right. Every once in a while, he breaks out the scrapbook.
no one's perfect. We all have our faults. I eat carbs after 7, and he has a 25-page scrapbook of Vietnamese hookers that he banged when he was Yeah, but it's all right.
It was all the islands, bro.
Yeah.
It was like we went on assignment to Okinawa, and like this is like, dude, he knew them all by name, bro. They're all Polaroids, and it had the name of the.
He wrote down their names so he'd never forget. Yeah.
He had the name.
Yeah. And then he would put.
I just remember the pictures.
Their names for how good they were. He's like 3.5 stars.
I just remember the pictures because he was so stoked. He was so young, and he was like,
yeah,
and like it was clearly some like slave like sex worker who was like, next to him in every picture, dude, every single one.
You're like, why is there a chain around her ankle? And he's like, I don't know. Yeah,
he's like,
where was this again? There was a farm hut out on a rice paddy that you went and all day. Like, I don't know. I didn't think about that.
He's like, those are the days.
Yeah, it was good opium back then. Yeah, those. Yeah, he doesn't have PTSD. He has nostalgia. He's just like, oh man,
dude, he was hyped.
Take me back.
He was hype about it. Yeah, some guys are like scarred by what they saw, and he was like, nah.
We're good, dude. It was no rules the entire time, man. You tell him.
Yeah, he's like, I was on base, dude. Like,
exactly. Dude, I heard all the Asia deployments are the best. Because it's just chill for as long as you want. There's tons of hookers, and there's all the booze you can drink.
Yeah, he was stoked on it. He was pretty hype on it. Actually, just panded last weekend for a guy who was in Korea.
Nice. There you go. He's got to be like
91 years old.
I was about to say, he's got to be super old, right?
91. He's 91. His wife was in the hospital, and he was like, I was like, oh, how's your wife doing? Like I heard she just got out of the hospital because he was telling me about it. And he was like, yeah, she's back in the house now. And then he was like, dude, I saw combat in Korea. Like,
and you're like, oh, cool, shit. We're talking about this right now. Yeah.
He was just pretty much like, yeah, like we're 91 years old. I saw combat in Korea. Like I should have been going a while ago. Like, that was the way he was saying it. He was like, dude, like we're on.
I've been on borrowed time.
bro.
Yeah. Since I was 18, since I was 18 in the Mekong Valley, I've been on borrowed.
Yeah, he was like, I fucking enlisted like because my dad was in the Holocaust. He was a Jewish guy.
Oh
and he was
shoot!
Like, he was just like, dude, like You enlist because your dad was in the Holocaust,
which is like,
and you go to Korea.
I was about to say, I feel like if like Germany started another war, that's awesome. That's your storybook right there. Write a book about it, but it's like Korea, like my dad was in the Holocaust.
We're going to Korea.
I decided to go to Korea and fight in the war. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, and he saw combat too. He was telling me about it. He like saw combat in Korea, and he was like, "I'm alive now." So like,
yeah, we're good, but we were surrounded, dude. Korea was kind of bananas because we were winning up until China got done their revolution, and they're like, "Yo, we're gonna just give 1 million farmers with 7s. We're gonna rock your shit," and it like,
send them.
And they all like half of them because it was like a big standoff. So like, yeah. Anyway, that's a little history lesson for everyone. A little dabble.
Yeah, I don't know. Actually, that's one of the wars I know nothing about. Is Korea. I know like the whole DMZ line. Like they push them back here, and then we push them back there, and then they push us back to the middle.
We were all the way down, and then we got our reinforcements, and we went all the way up. And then China's like, "Yo, pump the brakes," and then Eisenhower's like, "The train has no brakes, China." And all those rice bunnies came down, and they reinforced like North Korea.
Yeah,
and
all the dragons came down.
Yeah, and they went down. Yeah, we need to have more code words. Like that dude showed you a scrapbook of rice bunnies. That's what I'm gonna keep with.
yeah.
But yeah, anyways, we were like, we don't want to smoke China, so we're just gonna chill right here.
Yeah, he brought the fucking steam cookers down, dude.
Yeah,
he brought the instant pots.
The dumpling boys came down.
Yeah, dude. He brought the 90 seconds down, dude, and they got the parallel down.
Yeah, we're good. We're good. The 60 seconds or less.
Yeah, the 60 seconds or less came in.
Good. Oh man, I hope somewhere in China there's a podcast making fun of like white people and giving names. Yeah.
Yeah, there's no podcast in China. What are we talking about?
Talking about how much we love Emperor Mao. He's the best.
They do like him though. I heard they like him.
Yeah, they love him. I think they die. I think they get in jail if they don't like him. Dude, I hate my camera.
I heard they like love him in China, even though he like killed more people than Hitler and Stalin combined.
Yeah, that's no big deal, dude. How else are you gonna completely reform? How are you gonna reform a country, dude?
They're like he brought us into the new generation.
Yeah, like, dude. You're like, what? Well, honestly, it was kind of like the reason they love him too is because like for like a couple hundred years, maybe like 100 years before the communist revolution, China kind of get like butt fucked by every country in Europe.
Yeah, Japan was getting in there active.
Because like Japan was in the 40s, and then before that, England, Portugal,
Japan was like boiling dudes alive.
They all had different territories in Japan. They got them all from opium. They were all pissed off. So it was like they brought the pride back to. It would be like if MAGA actually worked, kind of scenario, you know? They actually did.
Yeah, I actually liked. I'm actually like Mao might be my favorite dictator. Favorite is a weird word to put on it, but like, I feel like the guy doesn't get the respect he deserves.
Yeah, he did pretty good.
You hear about Hitler, you hear about Stalin, but this dude was putting up Will Chamberlain numbers. Yeah. I mean, this guy was getting a triple-double every night,
every night, dude.
You never hear about him ever.
Yeah.
There's some crazy Mao stories. At one point, like there's multiple bird species who were completely extinct because I guess at the end of his life he was going crazy. And he waged war on birds.
Hell yeah, dude.
So he would have everybody just kill all the birds in the sky.
That was one canary pooping in his car.
Bro, that rules to be like, nah.
Yeah. You're that powerful. You're like, that's it. You're all dead. Did poop on my car? You're all
kill the birds.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was a fan of him. I remember one time he was like trying to industrial revolutionize the country. And he was like forcing everybody to bring their metal in or whatever.
Yeah.
Anything that they had was made out of metal. He forced them to like bring into the smelting plant so they could like turn it into
buildings and stuff like that.
Exactly, but he didn't realize that there was like different kinds of metals and they don't like combine. So people were just bringing in like silverware and all this shit, and like no, it just None of it like worked. Like it was all like complete junk, and he was like,
that's right.
My bad.
What do you mean? We're shooting from the hip. Talking about trying.
It's a thought that counts, bro. Like I'm trying here.
Yeah, you tried to make buildings out of the gas station equivalent of putting your cup a little bit underneath each soda. He's like, this. He's like, there you go.
Yeah, that'll make a building, I think.
Yeah, exactly. That's fine, right? Nail that together. You're welcome. Anyway, next question. Did my favorite dictator was probably Idi Amin because he used to eat people.
Yes, he was the African dude.
Yeah, he was like, and why does everyone think that I am a cannibal? And then there's like multiple reporters that are like, I saw him eat like a hand right in front of me, dude. And another person's like, I saw him rip hard out and like take a bite out of it and hold it up to his troops. And then he would be over there being like, I did no such thing. What are we
He's like, whoa.
What are we talking about? Right here.
You seen the video of the dude in Haiti? What was his name? I forget his name, dude.
This is the Haiti warlord.
But I guess the warlord in Haiti.
One was like butt naked.
I think it might have been butt naked. I don't know. I just seen a video on Twitter of him just munching a leg that he got fresh out the fire.
Oh, really?
I'm talking, bro. I'm talking Renaissance fair, like turkey leg. But it was just a dude's
medieval
leg.
Times.
Bro. It was just a whole medieval times turkey leg. It was just a dude's leg, and he was like, he was just fucking, I was like, oh my god, that's the time to turn on Twitter for the night, dude.
Yeah.
I don't even follow anybody on Twitter. I don't follow anybody. I don't like anything. I have 0 followers.
Why is this?
And my Twitter feed is just sending me a video of some guy just eating another guy's leg. I'm like, yo, Elon, you gotta
chill. Yeah. Dude,
what is going on over
love the one. It definitely wasn't the same one, but the one his name was like Pierre butt naked, but yeah, he would show up to battle naked with a machete, and then
that was in Africa, General Butt Naked.
Was that it? Can you imagine, man? You're in a machete fight with a naked dude, and he's got a freaking. I would be staring at that the entire time, dude.
You're like, all right, I lose. It's time to retreat.
I don't like this. You got too much testosterone in you.
Oh, I forget what the guy's name from Haiti is. That's pissing me off. Haiti's crazy though because it's just an island cut in half.
Yeah, and, like, with the DR.
One half is like white people like vacationing and like drinking Mai Tais, and like the other half is just like the poorest country in the world. Like that's absolutely crazy.
Yeah, it definitely has to do with like how it was started because Haiti was all sugar plantations. Yeah, they were sugar plantains by the dipped out.
They revolted against the French.
Yeah.
But no, they killed all the French, and then the French were like, all right,
well, that's why the French dipped out after the revolution. So left it with like zero infrastructure. So it was like years of them trying to figure out a government. They all kept fighting each other, and then it just never really like got super stable.
Yeah, you know that Haiti was like paying France for like years and years, like reparations
for revolting.
Oh, I gotta look this up. Yeah, exactly. Like I guess they owed France money for that.
I would never pay them, dude. I would never. What do you mean for winning our freedom?
And they were paying them for so long. I swear. Let's see, dude. I remember reading this recently, and I was like, "What? They were paying them for that long?" When did Haiti stop paying France?
2006.
Yeah. Haiti stopped paying France in 1947.
That's way longer.
They were still paying them. Yeah. They won their independence, and they were still paying them.
But don't pay them. Who's going to collect the bill? Who cares?
What are you? Yeah, like what are we doing?
What are you gonna do? You're gonna repo us?
Yeah, like what? What?
Which, by the way,
why are you still paying them?
France couldn't pay the bills for a lot of those years. I'm pretty sure they were under new management from. Yeah, 1941, 1945. They were under new management from a little Austrian with a mustache.
Yeah, they were still paying them, dude. And then eventually, like, all right,
we're good. Cool. Yeah.
But yeah, I guess that's why their like economy is so fucked.
Dang, dude. Well,
Let's
dude,
go. Haitian independence.
Haitian independence. We're at an hour right now. We did it.
Let's go.
It's been officially.
I'll go back to packing my house.
Oh yeah, when you guys moving?
Saturday, we're moving Saturday.
Dude, that sucks, man. I don't envy you.
Yeah, it sucks.
Packing a house it's the worst. It takes forever. You always put it off.
Yeah, that's why I'm like trying to jump on it. I've been doing it these last couple of days, so
Yeah.
we're getting it done. We're gonna live at Grammy's in the basement.
Hell yeah, dude. Oh wait, so you guys are gonna go start finishing? Like you're gonna renovate it?
Yeah, we're gonna sleep in the bedroom upstairs, but then we're gonna finish the basement and kind of just chill down
That'd
there.
be cool.
What the? You don't need to hear about that on the podcast.
We can talk shop.
Okay, yeah. But yeah, that's the goal.
Okay, cool.
We're gonna make a little living room down in the basement.
Yeah.
Mostly because I watch like the UFCs every Saturday.
And she watches
like
ghost shows.
Yeah, and I can't have like 2 a.m. when someone gets a knockout. I'm like, ah!
Yeah.
Just wake up the entire house.
Yeah. That's a good point. That's fair.
Yeah.
That's good. You can make that pretty tight too if you throw up some drop. Like throw in some insulation too, soundproof.
That's the goal. Yeah, make a little room down there.
Yeah.
And work back from there.
Yeah. Like you start off with one room that you just want to do.
Yeah.
And then if you're like, oh, that was easy, let's add another. But yeah, start small.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the goal, 100%.
Let me tell you, dude. I'm trying to think what else is new with.
What'd you say?
My mic cut.
Yeah, just at the end.
Dang, dude. I know we're definitely gonna get new mics.
Yeah, let's do that.
I'm down.
Let's get new mics.
I'm down.
I'm going through the camera, dude.
Yeah. Cause like
it stinks.
Yeah, you're just like pretty good audio. It's not bad. To be fair,
Good,
for a camera, I need to get a new camera too. I hate this because it can't focus on my head. But I got on testosterone today out of nowhere.
Did you get your T tested?
Yeah, dude, I got it tested twice.
How low?
290.
Jesus Christ!
Yeah, dude. Like,
yo, I knew that shit was low. Josh has got to be low too.
Yeah, she's like, you shouldn't be under. For your age, she's like, I'm scared. 550 is like a 40-year-old man.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
Yeah,
I think like 5 to 6 is like normal.
Yeah, dude. So I'm sitting at 290. I got a lot of estrogen, and I have man boobs because of all the estrogen. But yeah, so I got my test.
Dude, hell yeah, bro.
Yeah, dude.
What do you have to shoot it, or you get an ointment or something?
I'm gonna get a shot before it.
Yeah. Bro, you got to do that. That's gonna change everything, dude.
Dude, I hope so. It's expensive for sure, so I'm not excited about that. It's like 200. But yeah,
200 for what?
It's 200 a month for the shots, but for the amount of shots they have me on, I'm doing 8 shots a month at 0.5. So it's like, man, what does it equal to? It's like $25 a shot. So I'm like, it's not bad.
Yeah.
But yeah,
dude, you gotta do that. That's gonna be a game changer.
I'm pumped. I got an original blood test a couple weeks ago.
You and McKellar, I'm gonna be an uncle in no time.
Yeah, dude, we're gonna be freaking.
No, I'm already an uncle.
Boinking like crazy. Also, it lowers your sperm count though.
I don't believe that.
But Mikkel's best friend's
don't trust it.
She's had 2 kids while her husband was on T, so we're good.
You know, once you get on it, you can never get off it.
Yeah, I'm trying not to do a long cycle. I think that's for people that stick on it for a really long time. I want to try the 3 months and I want to do 3 months, see how I feel, and see what I can adjust from there.
It's a lot of diet, they say, is a lot.
Yeah, I got that locked in too, which is great.
But usually it's smoking weed and drinking alcohol is usually what affects people's T level. Like a lot of times when dudes have T problems and they go to the doctor will be like, just stop smoking weed and stop drinking alcohol, and their T will shoot like through the roof.
Way up, yeah.
But since you don't have that problem, what the fuck are you eating?
I know, dude.
What the fuck are you eating that is just killing your testosterone, yo?
Dude, I think it's lack of sleep.
That'll definitely do it.
I feel like
you got apnea?
No, I don't have apnea. I don't even.
You might have the apnea.
I don't snore at all.
Do you like feel like you get REM sleep when you wake up? You remember your dreams?
I do remember my dreams. Yeah.
Well, then you're getting REM sleep.
Yeah, that's good.
Because I have the apnea bad.
Yeah, no.
Like bad.
I've asked Mikhail. She's like, no, you're fine. She's like, you breathe heavy the entire time. You don't snore. She's like, you don't take pauses or anything. So I've never actually
That's
good. So
yeah, I got the sleep test and everything, and I got the apnea bad, but
really?
I just don't have the CPAP.
Yeah, that's kind
And
of.
Dad has it too, but I don't know if he uses it because I don't talk to that motherfucker. But
Which makes sense because he would
I
stop
definitely
breathing
got
for
it
a
from
while.
him.
He would like not breathe in his sleep. He would do some big.
Yeah, so I sleep face down.
Yeah.
With no pillow.
Wait, like you just got shot in Ukraine?
Yes.
Yeah, like a
I
dead
have to
body.
sleep face down because if I sleep, so if I like when me and Mary first started dating, like when I would sleep, I would start shaking like violently.
Yeah.
Like violently. And then like I went and got the sleep test and everything, and I realized it was apnea. So now like if I sleep on my stomach, I don't choke on my tongue. I'm not on my back.
Gotcha.
But sometimes when I roll over on my back, I start to choke again. And I start shaking violently.
Yeah.
And then I'll go to flip over, but I'll be in my sleep. I don't remember it. So like I'll go to flip back over my stomach and I'll fucking drop like the meanest bow on Mary, dude. Like when I go to sleep, when I go to roll, I fucking, and I'll just wake up to Mary just fucking teeing off on me, dude. I'll just wake up. She's just fucking teeing off, throwing full combinations, full Max Holloway combinations on me, dude. And I have no clue what's going on. I'm like, what's going on? What's going on? Yeah. But I have no clue. I just dropped like a fucking mean bow on her.
Yeah. I've done that a couple times with Miguel. I feel horrible every time too, but I'll roll over, but like, watch out, and then I'll just catch her right, and it's in the eye every. Why? Whenever you're asleep, it's a
Right on the
missile,
dome.
dude. I remember one time.
Have you ever seen Godzilla versus Kong? Oh wait, no. What are you gonna say?
No, one time I was like going to cuddle her, I think, and I was kind of half awake, half asleep, and I remember reach my right to like cuddle, and I just ended up punching her in the face as hard as I could. I was like, "Oh shit!" and then she started being like,
fucking rocking her.
Yeah.
But dude, if you haven't seen Godzilla versus Kong, you gotta watch that. Yeah,
I've seen
Godzilla. It might be the best
Kong.
movie I've ever seen.
Yeah,
you've seen it?
Yeah, we were at the gym,
dude.
And they were playing
That's the best movie I think I've ever seen, dude. And Mothra.
Yeah, he shows up at the end and saves the day.
Mothra comes in. Yeah, dude.
And they beat up little
Dude,
Kong.
they were
and you
hitting
get
fucking
sad.
WWE moves on each other.
Yeah.
I was loving that, bro, when they were hitting the WWE moves. You know the move
Suplexes.
where like the one guy is like holding the other guy, and then the other guy's like straight up in the air.
Yeah, the tombstone.
You know what I mean? Dude, they hit that in Godzilla versus Kong, bro. It was sick. I was like, did Kong just fucking hit Godzilla with a Batista bomb?
Oh man, dude.
Yeah, that was great.
Tight shit.
Oh.
All right, dude. I think that's good, right? We did it.
Yeah, we did it. We're way over. Yeah, we gotta cut the podcast off before you start talking about your low testosterone level.
Yeah, that's fair. I can't let everyone know I got low T out here.
Oh yeah.
I wonder if my balls are gonna shrink.
Nah, your balls won't shrink.
The doctor said she's like your testicles could decrease in size but she's
just
like,
know you gotta stay on it.
Yeah.
If you get off, once you start, your T's gonna go even lower than it was.
Yeah, I know.
But it's not a bad thing. I don't think it's a bad thing. I think you should take it.
I think so. I'm doing a mini cycle. Issue is just the price. It's so expensive.
Yeah. And what, do you have health insurance with your job?
Yeah, no, but I have it through Mikkel.
Okay, yeah, I don't have health insurance either. I just got denied for my Adderall.
Dude, Adderall out of pocket though is like if you go to Walgreens and use GoodRx, it's like I pay $20.
Yeah, it's not a lot.
Yeah, which is good. And all right, All right,
motherfucker.
I need to go to the gym. I need to do something.
Yeah. Adios, bro. Right. Peace out. Shout out to the Lincoln. Shouts out to the Snakes. And shouts out to the Dragon.
Shouts out to everyone, man.
Snape's is hilarious. I like the
Snape's is really funny, actually. Yeah.
That's great. I like it.
Yeah.
All right, love you, brother.
All right, love you, bro. I'll catch you later.
All right, peace.
All right, peace.